Hello. Please give me a minute while I try to get my life together. Over here. There we go. Can you guys hear me okay? Can y'all hear me okay? Hey, butterflies. Hey, Nenny. Hey, J-Lo. How you doing? How are you doing? Hey, Jules. Well, we kind of knew this was coming, Jules, because we got that leak. What was it, a month ago? When it leaked, the opinion that spurred the Democrats did this and da-da-da-da-da, like that whole speculation. And we knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. Hey, Linda. Hey, Marie. Flower Power. Lucretia. Linda. You hanging in there? Hanging in there, J-Lo? Chrisanne. Linda. Hi. Angla. Patty Montgomery. We got this, Jules. We got this. We got this. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's easier said than done, but it's kind of like one of those things, it's one of the challenges that we face, and extremely unpopular opinion. I think I saw a poll the other day. Was it yesterday? I think the Supreme Court now has a public approval rating of like 25, which is the low it's ever been. Not that these bastards give a shit. They don't. They could care less. They're lifetime appointments. They don't care. But if the Republicans think that there's not going to be retribution, I got a bridge to sell you. Hey, Linda B, Judy, Sandy, Lillian. No, it's not. It's not. It was already in the courts. I told you guys months ago that there was something in the courts about overturning concealed carry in the courts. Well, that just came out a couple days ago when they overturned New York's law banning concealed carry. So it's stuff that's been in the works in the courts, So, oh my gosh, Karen, thank you so much. That's so incredibly kind of you. Let me tell you guys, I took the rest of the day off of work. So I'm off right now. I did a half day today. But I have my out of office on, but I do have a phone call I need to take at 3 o'clock, 3 or 3:30. So I'm going to step away for a minute while I take that call and I'll go off. And then I know Johnny is going live tonight with Adrian and Sienna and Tony, but I don't know what channel it's on, if it's Sienna's channel or if it's Adrian's channel. So I'll come back on after they're done with theirs. So anticipate 2 lives from me today. I decided to break it up instead of doing one ginormously long one. So well, Linda, Pelosi was over there after she gave her speech and everything, as if, what was the name of that guy? She's been campaigning for as much as she gave that speech today about the Supreme Court ruling and anti-abortion. She's been campaigning all over Texas for Henry Cuellar, Cuellar. He's a pro-lifer, and she has been campaigning for him all over the place instead of his opponent in Texas, who is pro-choice. So I don't know, girlfriend. I don't know. You can't talk out of both sides of your mouth like that. On the one hand, say that you're horrified that they would do this, but then endorse and campaign for a candidate that's clearly pro-life, you know? So, okay. So you think they're at Sienna's channel tonight? Well, I'll just watch out for the notification. Thank you, Pam. So I don't know how many of you guys were with me last night, but I figured we can kind of touch some high points on that grand tableau that we did yesterday on Mitch McConnell. Also, I've been on Twitter today a little bit, and I see a lot of finger pointing that, you know, the people that sat out the 2016 election and didn't vote for Hillary, and like a lot of finger pointing within the Dem party, you know, and I really do think that that's extremely counterproductive. But also, I think a lot of people are missing some very important things that happened in 2016 when Hillary was running against Trump. Now, if you guys remember, when Hillary was running against Trump, before Trump won the nomination, and they were absolutely certain that Trump was going to win the Republican nomination and Hillary Clinton was going to beat Donald Trump. On 3 separate occasions, Mitch McConnell had made it known that they were going to impeach and convict Hillary Clinton. Okay? And at that time, they had the House and the Senate. So by hook or by crook, they would have gotten her out for whatever bullshit reason they could have thought up of, like wearing a purple pantsuit on a Tuesday, you know? And they had said that 3 times. Okay? And then on top of it, if you for 1 minute think that Mitch McConnell stole a Supreme Court justice pick from Obama and he wouldn't have done the same thing to an incoming Democrat, you're foolish. You're foolish. No, Diana, they could impeach and convict because they had the House and they had the more than the majority in the Senate. They were trying to finagle. They were absolutely certain that it was going to be Trump and Hillary was going to beat Trump. And Mitch McConnell said that on 3 separate occasions. You know, so it's like all this finger pointing, woulda, coulda, shoulda, you would have voted for Hillary. Da, da, da. People forget who Mitch McConnell is and the power that he had in the Senate. So they would have impeached her. They would have blocked all Supreme Court nominees. They would have made her a lame duck president and drug her through the mud to make sure that she became a 1-term president. And if there were any Supreme Court vacancies that came up, well, tough shit, we'll just go on indefinitely until I fill them for Mitch McConnell. So, you know, so it's like, that was a bit annoying because we really don't need to be finger pointing amongst ourselves, you know. Thank you, J-Lo. J-Lo saying, to those with extreme short-term memory loss, McConnell did say, if Biden is elected president, we will not vote for anything that crosses that table with the Democrats. Thank you, J-Lo. I am surprised that they passed this Band-Aid of gun reform legislation the day after the Supreme Court justice just said, fuck it, everybody gets a gun and you don't even need a permit and you can conceal. It's up to places. So I'm sitting there and I was listening to, while I was working this morning, I was listening to a lot of legal analysts just picking holes all over that ruling. And it's like some legal analysts were talking about, because there's wording in that ruling that leaves it up to establishments. So it's like, okay, so what do establishments do? Like, let's say you go to a Starbucks or something, and you leave a sign on the door that you cannot enter that establishment with a weapon. But people say, F you, the Supreme Court said I could. So they walk in there. Who's going to stop them? Do you call law enforcement? Do you now put that burden on the employees to handle it? You know, and then the problems that arises for local law enforcement, because now everybody's carrying a gun and you don't know if everybody's permitted and who's not. You know, so it's like, it's that's why I was saying last night, I was like, I wonder if they did it because they knew that that ruling was coming and it would give them cover to make it look like they're being sensible, knowing that the other one undoes the other one. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Yeah, Freda, they're going after our LGBTQIA brothers and sisters next. You know, so it's crazy. But you know, with all this shenanigans with the Supreme Court ruling on guns, the Supreme Court ruling, which we anticipated and it finally delivered today with overturning Roe v. Wade, leave it to the states to mandate a woman's reproductive rights, but the states can't decide who's allowed to carry a weapon that can take the life of another person. So explain that to me. How can you logicalize that? There's another ruling. Oh, they took away Miranda rights. So that's lovely. Let's see. And there's now Thomas was blowing the bullhorn to bring in legislation or you know, arguments to the Supreme Court so that they have a window to overturn same-sex marriage and all this other stuff. So it's just, yeah, Diana, that happened a couple days ago. They sure did. So, you know, like the whole thing, when you get arrested, you know, you have the right to remain, and they don't even need to read your Miranda rights anymore. At all. Yep. So it's like, okay, you want to go crazy. But so anyways, on Mitch McConnell's that we did yesterday, let me recreate it here. Because he was landing all the way out in the line of fate. So, and remember I told you guys that it's like he's going to be persistent in trying to reach his goal and be successful, but he's like stuck in between a rock and a hard place, with a lot of pressure, everything, and he has no control over anything because of where he landed in the Grand Tableau. And he had mountain right over his head, which this is huge. This is a huge problem that bears down on him. Okay, so let me recreate this and see if this is the one we did last night. I know we went through a lot last night, but I think I gave you guys like a quick recap at the end. I don't know if I caught everything. On that recap. Where's the book? Okay, book, ring, 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 ring. There's the ring. There's the garden. Here's the lilies. Tower goes next to lilies. And I think I mentioned yesterday as well that it doesn't look good for the midterms and gaining majority and getting power. That it didn't look good. Let me see. Where's Clover? Dog. Whip and scythe. Okay. Then it's cross. Storks down here. Crossroads. Crossroads. Child. Coffin. Key. Fish. Snake. Okay. Okay, and then Stork's house. Clouds. And then it was woman. Anchor and stars. And then it was like this. Okay. So in yesterday's tableau, a recap of yesterday's, he landed all the way down here, all the way outside of the tableau. He has no control over any of this at all. Think of like gravity. Okay. He's got this entire thing pressing down on him. On top of that, he's got mountain sitting over his head. This is not a good card at all to have close, especially above you. Because if you think about it, a mountain is ginormous, okay? Extremely heavy. Okay. Huge obstacles, huge hurdles, ginormous challenges. So he's got this entire thing weighing down on him, this entire tableau, and then the heaviness of this line here. So the knowledge that this fight was going to bring significant problems for him this way. And whip sits in the house of child. So it could literally be an argument about children. The reason I did not look for Roe v. Wade, Storks is the card that represents pregnancy. Okay. So I guess here we could look at, discuss the double crossing with him and McCarthy to get Donald Trump out without getting dirty. This would be like a new pregnancy or delivery of babies. Okay. But it's a very painful decision that brings serious misfortune here. The surgeries would be covered over here with moon and scythe. Moon as a thing would be like the womb, if I'm making sense. And scythe, as you guys know, is accidents, surgeries, anything sharp. So Be like surgeries that have to do with the womb. Okay. And Scythe sits in the House of Fox. Scythe is also the card for a decision. Well, it's a decision from a very conservative court that is part of this organization here that's full of a lot of conservative people. This organization is very problematic, and they cause prolonged problems within the community and the public. Garden in the House of Snake with lilies. This could be a party full of older men, party of that likes to pride themselves on virtue and honesty, but they're liars here, and then liars, and then here with anchor problems. So, and also with anchor here, it's a bit of a lifestyle too, lifelong lifestyle. So it's like, hold on. So it's kind of like between the committee hearings, and we touched base yesterday on this right here with weapons, because it's right here, weapon, scythe, weapons. So it's like all these decisions that are coming out of the Supreme Court that deeply affect the public and causes problem for the public long term. Abortion, the committee and everything, that's why he ends down here, if I'm making any sense. We discussed the elections and midterms yesterday. Okay. Well, if this is the elections, they're still small, still in the minority. If the win is uncertain, it's not going to happen here. And then mice knights here. So here it's saying that it's small, you're still small, minority, and then it knights here. So if you were hoping to get a win, good luck. Again, why the sun is in his house, but it's surrounded by two very negative cards. I hope I'm making sense for you guys. So it's kind of like a combination of the Supreme Court justice rulings, plus more rulings that are coming, plus the January 6th committee, plus an overall just what do you call this? Obstruction from the Republican Party while they slowly strip away rights. It's like he has no control. It's like he's set it in motion, and it's just the chips are going to fall where they may. And he's just going to get stuck with it. He can't control any of the fallout. He doesn't even have a way to try to manipulate or work around some of the issues it's already done. This is the strategy here. Okay. And we talked about this chain yesterday. It goes Fox to Writer to Scythe. So I was thinking Fox News gets cut off. Another way to interpret that would be the news of something that's very suspicious that has to do with decisions with Scythe. Something manipulative or cunning or just shady as shit that's being delivered, news about that has to do with surgeries. So it's, but the strategy, if I read Fox in the context of him strategizing, you can't get out of this. He's cut off his nose to spite his face. Power is too far. It's not within grasp, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's just a quick recap of the of Mitch McConnell, and also with his corners. There's just something really shady going on in regards to a lot of how people are viewed, reputations of this party right here. Let me see. And also hoping that he'll be able to ride this out and start anew with the corners here, because this is going in a new direction, and this is kind of like um, moving on, improving. Do you see what I'm saying? He thinks he can weasel his way out of this, set a different course, and come out of it renewed. But the center of his tableau says not so fast. Loyalty and trust comes to an end. There's problems with people within his own caucus, with the fighting and the arguing. There are connections to these groups over here that we discussed yesterday. And it becomes a significant issue, and he is not able to move. Because you have he in the house of Mountain, and Mountain sits right over his head. So it's like he has spent years manufacturing an extremely right-wing court. He has spent years with other Republican politicians. This is also in regards to stars here, maps. So changing maps, redistricting, gerrymandering to gain power, it does not work, because power they made power is out of reach. So it's kind of like his success here is blocked. He can't move, and he's all the way down here. Okay, so, and even with the manipulation here, manipulating to honor or recognize maps that have changed. So gerrymandering to put it in your favor, he still ends up down here outside of this tableau with a mountain on his head. Okay, like, so that's just a quick and dirty on him. Oh, thank you, Astrid. Thank you so much. So we will see, but if this is the midterms, and even still, the elections don't look good. If I look in House Mice, it's got, or House Crossroads, you got fish here, but it's problematic. No, the win is out of reach. His success is blocked here. So you have this luminary out of reach, this luminary out of reach. They're all above his head, but they're problematic. And then he's got this where he can't move around it. So let's hope that I interpreted that correctly, and it's not just wishful thinking on my part. Because you would think that the Supreme Court wouldn't do something this bold without the way that Mitch McConnell is and the way that the Republicans are. You wouldn't think that they would spend years manufacturing a Supreme Court so extreme to overturn all of this stuff without making sure that they have finagled everything else and broken all the other cogs to make sure that nothing can be done that would not favor them, manipulating their wins. Do you see what I'm saying? If I'm making any sense at all. So, food for thought. Hey, Peggy! 25% of Americans have confidence in... I'm surprised it's 25, girlfriend. I'm surprised that shit ain't like negative 30. All right. Like, hey, Super Truthful, haven't seen you in a while. So I got the list here. Let me see if I can put this up. I know it sucks right now. You know what I'm concerned about? I was thinking about this today. Biden was like, get out to vote, get out to vote, get out to vote. Okay. So he's wanting to get more of a majority in the Senate so that we can neutralize Manchin and Sinema. Okay. So that we don't need those two roadblocks. But then it's like, okay, hypothetically, let's say we get 3 more Senate seats. Okay. Hypothetically, let's say we get 3 Senate seats. and you still don't do something to fix the court, you're just going to be playing offense against a radicalized Supreme Court. And then you can't legislate anything else because you're going to be trying to beat the court at everything. If I'm making any sense. So it's like, okay, well then get the majority that you need and expand the courts. Otherwise, you're just going to be playing, you know, offense against the court. And then what happens if the Dems don't win in the 2024 election? Or if they don't win the election after that, then what? Then we got to hold our breaths for a Republican majority to come in and undo everything that Democratic, you know, Senate did before. Like, am I making sense? It just seems stupid, you know? So I don't know. Let me see. So let's see. We got Andy Biggs, Pat Cipollone. I don't feel like doing Roger Stone. John Eastman. I don't feel like doing Clarence Thomas. Jeffrey Clark and Ken Ku Klux Klan guy. Oh, I don't even want to do it, Peggy. I don't want to do a GT on the SCOTUS right now. No. Sorry, Peggy, not right now. I can ask, though. Let me ask. Hold on. Will Joe Biden expand the Supreme Court? 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 Will Joe Biden expand? Hey, Prairie. Will Joe Biden expand the Supreme Court? Will Joe Biden expand the Supreme Court? I get it, Pam, but at the same time, it's like you're just playing offense against a lifetime appointment of crazies in the Supreme Court. You better, if you get the majority, you better expand that court and shove it down Mitch McConnell's throat. Expand the court, investigate I Like Beer, investigate Comey Barrett, investigate the other guy in Kennedy and why Kennedy just so happened to resign out of nowhere when we found out his son was involved in some shady ass shit with Deutsche Bank. Do a proper investigation. If there's crimes that are uncovered, then follow that legal coursework. We all know they all lied under oath, so you can probably, well, you wouldn't be able to impeach them because you would need 2/3 and we wouldn't have that. That's wishful thinking. But in an ideal world, do all that, impeach the motherfuckers, and then pack the courts and put it at 13 and shove it down Mitch McConnell's throat till he fucking chokes on it. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Will Joe Biden expand the Supreme Court? That is a no, Peggy. That is a no. No, ma'am. Will Joe Biden expand the Supreme Court? No. There's something here about abuse of power. They can say that this is an abuse of his power, but it's going to be very difficult to get agreements for that sort of thing. That's what I would do because I'm a motherfucker. So is Mitch McConnell, and that's the only language he understands too, can play that game. So, but that's just me. That's just me. I'd ram that shit down his throat till he's choking on it. I don't think so, Peggy, because you need a 2/3 majority. So let me put this up. Yeah, Puerto Rico and DC need to become states. You know that they would. Hey, T-Barb. You just missed a very foul-mouthed rant on my part. So let me see here. I'm going to put up a poll, you guys. So let's see. For the next GT, we are looking at, let's do Biggs. Let's do Cipollone. I don't even know how to spell his name. Don Eastman. And then we'll do, hopefully I'm spelling all this right. Okay, I'm going to put up. Oh, hey, Renee. Let me see. I'm going to go refill my little water. And they've expanded the courts before, Freda. I didn't see that comment. I doubt anybody's going to lift a finger. I'm not going to read on that right now, Wilberta. It's just my sense that, and I'm not a psychic. I'm not claiming to be a psychic. I'm not claiming to be a quote unquote intuitive. No, I'm just saying, from having two eyes on my head, a brain between my ears, I'm saying no. No. Not only does it not math, but it's only been done once in our entire history. So no. I'm going to leave that poll up. I'm going to go get some water, and I shall be right back. I got to check my phone, too, to make sure nobody's calling me from work. Okay, guys, sorry if you all hear a bunch of noise and stuff. There's like a ridiculous amount of construction. There's construction in the house across the street, and then the city has been driving by and tearing up our streets to put in, I guess it's fiber optic modems, or I don't even know, fiber optic somethings. And so it's noisy, but man, it's driving me crazy, dude. Like, there's all this construction stuff at the house across the street. Between that and them doing the stuff on the streets, my car is so filthy. I couldn't take it anymore. I took it to a drive-through car wash at the gas station. And then the very next day, as soon as they started working, my car is completely covered in dirt and grime all over again. It's like, I cannot stand having a dirty car. I can't stand it, and it's driving me crazy. So with the corners on McConnell, we talked about him manipulating the maps to favor them, to favor the party and be successful. Fox Knights here to Clover, manipulating a win and bringing success to the minority with Fox Rider, child and son. But that delivery of manipulation gets canceled because the chain for Fox is Fox Rider Scythe. So if I'm making any sense. So let me see what you got. Oh no, my phone made a noise. It did? Is that my phone, or was that? That is so. Okay, so let me see what you guys did. Oh, okay. I found it. It was my work phone. Okay, let me see so it looks like we're doing, hey, two of you guys, 2% of you all voted I'm dumb. Thanks. So it looks like we're doing Jeffrey Clark. So let's see here. Jeffrey Clark. Okay. Let me move this way. Let me strike him out off the list. Alrighty. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Hey, Sylvia. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alrighty. Let's see here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 21, 19, 5, 28, 22, 13, 1, 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 23, 11, 16, 4, 8. Oof, that's not good. 33, 26, 17, wait, 23, 11, 16, 4, 18, 33, 26, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 22. Oh my God. 8, 32, 29. Sun is in its own house in this one tableau. 31 in house 31. And then we got birds over here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. And you got 39, 10, and 3. Okay. Let me put these on the little baby cards. Okay. Okay, so we got fox. Snake. Anchor. Letter. Cross. Heart. Bear. And then fish. So I can fit that better. Okay, mountain. Tower. Tree. Man. Crossroads. Child. Writer. Writer and ring. Nice. Whip. Stars. House. Dog. Key. Book. And storks. Birds right there. And then we go clouds. Oof. This is not looking good. Coffin. Woman. Sun in its own house. Down here on the line of fate, lilies. Bouquet. Scythe. And ship. Okay. Grand Tableau. Jeffrey Clark. Isn't looking good. Ain't looking good at all. He's sitting right here for Jeffrey Clark. He's got all this stuff on his mind. This is where he's going. This is what he has control of. Now, down his present column, he's got letter in the house of house, man in the house of birds, house in the house of garden, coffin in the house of man. That's not good. This sits close. This sits very, very close. Now, with coffin, I'm not saying this is death, because if you look around it, you got bouquet here and you got moon here. But this is, he's sitting on birds. He's shitting his pants and he's gonna sing like a bird. Are you can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me now? Okay, you guys can hear me now? Okay. So he's sitting on house birds. That's not good, because birds has to do with nervousness and anxiety. But also he's going to sing like a little bird. But the reason I'm saying that this is not good, it's because he's got some choices to make in regards to several men that he was working with within the administration. Also, house sits in the center of the tableau beneath the significator. That's not good. Let me see where I found that in the shit. Hold on. Give me a second. Because I do know that if the house sits in the middle of the tableau beneath the significator, that's not good. It's like domestic issues, but something else, and I forget what it is. Hold on. I just got to find it in my book. Sorry. Where's volume 2? Volume 1, volume 2. Volume 2. Okay. Let me see. Hold on, I find it. I gotta. Okay, hold on. Oof. God damn. I'm trying to find the thing with the house in the middle of the spread. Just give me a second, you guys. This right here is not good. This right here is not good. Like, this is bad. This is serious illness and death. Sickness or death. This right here, stars uniting here to clouds. That's talking about like just a series of freaking just shit. Series of really bad events. These two. And then dog sits right there. Okay. And then, no, it's backwards. Okay. Now, I'm not saying he's going to die. I'm just saying a massive shitstorm that's going to perhaps impact and cause him some health issues that may become chronic, that has to deal with stress, because here he's got Tree sitting right next to him. Okay. And Tree is sitting in the house of whip. There's something chronic, health related. And then here's the chronic stress with these two. Chronic worry, chronic stress. He's sitting on birds. Birds is nervousness. That's not a good card to, not a good house to fall on, not a good card to have close by. Birds is far, but he's still sitting in its house, if I'm making sense. And then he's got coffin close by. So I would be worried. I'm not saying he's going to off himself or have an accident. I don't see that here, and I'm reluctant to say that. Simply because if I follow this line down, he's got, what do you call this? Bouquet right underneath him. Follow the coffin this way. It's got moon here. And also he lands in the middle of the tableau. He's not landing at the edge. Okay. So it just looks like, he's going to have a serious case of the, oh, fuck, I'm shitting my pants. Hold on. I'm trying to see where, because I remember seeing it in the instructions about the house being in the middle of the tableau. So for the health cluster, he's got the tree, he's got the coffin, he's got the whip, he's got the clouds, and he's got the tower. There's something health related that's chronic that is going to cause him some serious issues. But it looks more stress and anxiety ridden, if I'm making any sense. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Okay. Let me see. So if the house falls in the middle of the grand tableau under the significator card, this is a warning that people or situations could be disturbing the harmony of your life. And it sits right here. So I'm looking at the original instructions. Well, here's the closer the house falls below the significator, the more alarming the situation will become. The negative cards surrounding the house may be able to explain what is going on or what can be expected. And then this is the example that I'm looking at, where the significator is right here and the house is right here. Well, that's exactly what we have. In the middle of the tableau, the house falling underneath the significator, right in the middle. So let me see here. And then it shows ruin here, and Coffin sits back on his house. This is the Petite Lenormand Encyclopedia by Bjorn Mures. This is the second volume. So you might want to start with the first volume. So it's volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. So this volume talks more about the traditional methods of the Grand Tableau. Hold on, let me see here. So example 2 is a lot more disturbing than example 1. The house falling directly below the significator indicates to pay very close attention to private life matters, and in some cases, literally to the safety of the home. Well, in this case, I don't know if this would really be the safety of his home, because house is sitting on garden. Hey, Autumn, how are you? So this is more like, and if I look at this little thing in the middle, choices that he made, decisions that he made, communications and meetings that he had in regards to the election with several men in the administration that were advisors, that are part of the network, and allies that were working to obstruct. He is in a shit ton of trouble, dude. And then the corners, manipulation and fraud. Here with the fish, it's the many. And then the meetings that are just going to bring huge problems. And like I said earlier, where he sits in the tableau with the house directly beneath him, in the middle of the tableau, the tree being here, the tower being here, the whip being here, the clouds being here, and the coffin being here, that's the health cluster. And he's very close to all of that. But I'm not saying he's going to kick the bucket. I'm saying, thank you, Cindy. Yeah, homeboy shitting bricks, and he's going to have an extreme case of diarrhea. I mean, this guy is fucked, man. He has legal issues. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me put this book away and try to look at this. So I did the corners, I did the center. Letter in the house of health, house in the house of garden, coffin in the house of man. They have receipts from the administration, from the entourage of people. Jesus. Legal paperwork here, official paperwork. The fraud that they were going to lie about, and what they were trying to achieve with fraud and lies. here's something about records that are going to cause him a lot of pain and suffering and burdens. He may have, where's I'm wondering if he was one person outside, because this right here could be read as what do you call that? Pardons. Because it's paperwork of guilt. And then there's generosity here. Does anybody know if he was outside of the members of Congress? Do you guys know if he was one of the ones that also lobbied for a presidential pardon? Because this is paperwork, guilty, suffering. There's generosity here. And then there's finances and resources here. Lobbying, paying. Thank you, Impish. Did the guy that he was working for, the one that was puppeteering him, what was his name? Eastman. Because he was working, Eastman is the one that was trying to stick him in to the Justice Department. Did Eastman ask for a pardon? Do you guys know if Eastman asked for a pardon? Also, with Cross over him, he's having some serious fucking regrets, dude. Regrets. Because he's surrounded by misfortune here. Very difficult lesson. Despair. Yeah, Scott Perry recommended Clark for AG, but Clark was working in conjunction with John Eastman, correct? So Scott Perry tried to get homeboy Clark in, and then Clark was working with Eastman and that Ku Klux Klan guy. The Ku Klux Klan guy was the one that was writing up the paperwork, and he was just going to be the courier pigeon and carry out the dirty work in the Department of Justice. So does anybody know if Eastman sought a pardon? Yes, Eastman sent email to Giuliani wanting a pardon. Rebecca, do you know if Eastman requested several pardons? Because here it says there's more than one. Double? Like two? Or more than one? Damn. Hey, Joanne. Damn. They said yes. So John Eastman asked for pardon for himself, Clark, and the Ku Klux Klan guy. The January 6th hearing have exposed these people so far. John Eastman, Matt Gaetz, Mo Brooks. Okay, Scott Perry. I'm wondering if he was in it because he's got paperwork here that, and then there's guilt here and suffering. Hey, Sunflower, generosity and kindness, and then here is some sort of a payment or lobbying. That's on his mind. He didn't get it though. He didn't get it. So now he's looking at choices. What choices? He will cooperate this way. He's going to have to choose. There's a crap ton. There's a mountain of growing problems for him legally back here. So I'm going to read him this way and then back around this way. Simply because he's facing in this direction. So he's, besides the health stuff that we talked about, I'm not going to say he gets tickets to the park. That's not supported in this Grand Tableau. But to use Spanky's words, he's going to go through some things. He's got growing legal problems ahead. Tree in the house of whip. Tower in the house of scythe. Coffin in the mountain in the house of bouquet. Damn. He knights here to snake. He's a liar and a betrayer. Big trouble. He knights here to heart. So doing something out of generosity and being betrayed. He knights here to whip, fighting and arguing. He knights here to key, very significant key player to the project here to overturn something here. He knights here to clover, taking a risk for his career. So he was willing to betray out of desire, thinking that he could overcome the argument. And he took a risk for his career. Tower is also your ambitions. So he chased his ambition and he's regretting it now. Hold on, you guys. Sorry. I'm getting a text message that the meeting, they wanted to know if I can be available by 2. I'm just asking to see how long it's going to take. Okay. So there's that. Here's everybody that was involved. Do you guys mind? I got to take a phone call. It's only going to be about 15 minutes. Do you guys want me to get off and come back on? Or do you guys mind hanging out for like 10 to 15 minutes? Is that okay? Okay, so Teresa's saying she can stay. Trillium's saying she can hang on. Okay. Yeah, they're saying about 10 to 15 minutes. So let me sorry about that. It was not supposed to be for another hour or so. Sorry. Okay, sorry everybody. That took a little bit longer than expected. Is everybody still here? Is everybody still here? Hello? Oh man, sorry you guys. Sorry. That took just a little bit longer than I was expecting. So yeah, Jeffrey Clark is fucked. Big time. So let's see here. And then I can't believe the idiot went to Fox News. Oh my God. So this right here, this column here, it's talking about quite possibly trying to manipulate. God, this is really bad. Maybe manipulate obstructions. This is also unemployment here. What happened? Oh, sorry, lucky girl. Let me see. So let's see what's around him. So up here, he has achieved getting some paperwork or some mail at home, as well as people in the administration, that is causing him an insane amount of despair and grief. He's got some chronic health stuff going on right now, and he's very, very, very nervous and not quite sure what decisions to make. This entire situation is very vast in the government and with the law, with the people that were entourages and comfortable with the administration. This way here, it's saying that this situation that's growing legally is very, very solid and very, very vast. It's going to become even bigger. Here's the paperwork for him at mail, and then double crossing and betraying friends, also two-faced friends, because up here it says he betrays and he's not as loyal as he appears. Dog in the house of mountain. Here's the thing. Trump didn't pardon none of these fools, because if he would have pardoned them, if Donald Trump would have pardoned any of these fools, Jeffrey Clark, Eastman, Mo Brooks, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, all of them, if he would have pardoned them, these people would have lost their Fifth Amendment rights, meaning that they would have to testify against Trump. So for his own self-preservation, I guess, dangled, perhaps he dangled pardons and then, oops, suckers, and didn't follow through. That's only speculation on my part, but it's the only thing that makes sense. Let me see. Dogs in the house of mountain. These friends become enemies. They become enemies. And here, like what I was saying, if you look at Jeffrey Clark, the guy looks like central casting for Revenge of the Nerds. Do you really think this son of a bitch is going to do 5+ years in prison for Donald Trump's ass? Or Eastman's ass? Or anybody else's ass? He's going to sing. Man in the House of Birds. He's going to sing, sing, sing. The corners here, manipulating the many, working with many, lots of them, and the meetings that were had where they were negotiating this entire scheme in the government, that's causing him problems. This guy isn't going to take the fall because he knights up here. He betrays. He's going to betray. He's going to betray. And then he fights here. Now, will he cooperate? I really do think he will. Well, not that he has a choice when law enforcement officers showed up at his house with a search warrant. And here's a search warrant for his house. The letter covers all sorts of written communication. And we talked earlier about letter knighting to tower official documentation. So we're looking at any written correspondences. So letters, mail, paperwork, awards, certificates, licenses, birth certificates, warrants. Do you see what I'm saying? Search warrants, letter in the in his house. So the Department of Justice issued the search warrant in his house. This right here can be seen as, because the fox is very covert, and this is government. So I don't know if this was FBI or another covert agency. Not saying FBI is the only person that can issue warrants. Remember Steve Bannon's friend on the Chinese guy on the yacht? Didn't they get arrested by the Postal Service? Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't really know what agency it is, but they were covert. So there's the warrant to his house. Coffin here could be quite literally while he was sleeping at night, but because Tree is sitting here, that search warrant shook him up. Like, he sits on the House of Birds. Birds, because birds has to do with verbal communication. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's in reference to his phone, or any other with this here, stars. This could be technologies. So perhaps a laptop, iPads, stars is in the House of Tower. They're also perhaps checking his social media pages, because this is social media this way. And this is an institution that has technology, and he sits on House Birds. So also quite possibly his phone records, IP addresses, social media stuff, all of that is encompassed. So let's see here. Growing significant problems in the courts. It only gets more widespread. His problems in court become more widespread, and it's also a widespread investigation. Stars in the House of Tower. Let's see here, and then it goes back this way. And then it shows here that he decides to move forward with this agreement and spill the beans and talk. He probably just realized his search history wasn't deleted recently, and he's thinking the feds will tell his wife what they found. Well, if we're gonna get petty, If we going to get petty, let's say this right here, technology. Let's say this is his computer. I would not be surprised if he's got stuff on there that has to do with sex. Possibly orgies, group sex. Here. If we gonna get petty. Because it shows man knights here to whip. Man that argues, man that fights, man that's physical. Also sex. That's what you get, lucky girl. That's what you get. Let's see here. It might be some sort of fetish stuff too. I don't see anything with little people here. So nothing about that. Because little people are way over here. This looks more like, let me see, this is on scythe. This is on dog. This is on book. Looks more like group-oriented public stuff. Because this is a big group of people. And if we're going to read this as sex parties, institutional sex parties, if you want to read it like that. Tree in the House of Whip. So let's see. We could be talking about healthy sex, on some form of technological device. They might be shorter clips though, so maybe not full movies because you got the clover here. Let's see here. And then this night's here. Oh, we're looking at this. This could, if I read it this way, this could be sex. That's on, on the internet with certain members or people that are comfortable that are part of a network. I'm going to just leave it at that. House in the House of Garden. These two night as well. Sex parties. Members in this organization. Now this has to do with addictions too. Let me see. Addictions. So if I read it as addictions, oh, that's right. Gates did show off photos, didn't he? But we're reading on Jeffrey Clark, not Matt Gates. We're reading on Jeffrey Clark, not Gates. So if this is addictions, this could be addictions to something that's a weed this way. Weeds and smoke, big grassy fields. So like Woodstock orgies, I can't. Okay, let me try to get serious here. I can't stop laughing. Woodstock orgies. Oh dear God. Let me see. I'm wondering if he really believes that he did nothing wrong and he was innocent. Oh, stop it. So, man in the house of birds, crossroads in the house of child, child in the house of fox. It's like he made choices without really knowing. He was very naive here. And he trusted someone that was supposed to be loyal and guiding him, some sort of a protector this way. But he put a lot of trust in that person. But now they're all bound together here. Okay. Let me see. This is gonna fucking piss me off. Hey, Rolanda. Is Jeffrey Clark married? Do you guys know? Because I'm wondering what the relationship is to him and this woman. Because marriage is ahead of him. It's to the right. It's supposed to be to the left if he's... Oh, that's not good. That's not good. So there may be conversations about that union coming to an end. Because he's here and woman is here. You have to go man to child to woman to coffin. So he's depressed, she's depressed, ill, and there's something very childish around decisions here and choices with him. But the marriage shows up here. So I can't get man and ring and woman to talk because it makes a triangle. I mean, they might share a child or a couple of children this way, parents, but I can't consolidate him to the marriage and her. Marriage, man, the ring sits to his right, so he's seeking partnership this way. Negotiations have ended or end. In regards to his personal life. This motherfucker done screwed up his whole damn life, threw it all away to chase his own ambitions when everybody in the room was saying, hey, dumbass, you're incompetent. You are incompetent and you're not fit to run the DOJ. And he's sitting in the back of the class raising his hand. Pick me, pick me, pick me. I'll commit the felonies. Pick me. I'll commit the felonies. Even that one lawyer told him, I forgot the lawyer's name. I think he said something like, congratulations, you fucking asshole. You just admitted that on your first day on the job, you would commit a felony, So, okay, let me follow it this way. Chronic corruption and thievery is widespread within this entourage of loyalists, and whatever secrets they were hiding get revealed here and exposed of what they were desiring. Woman in the house of lilies, sun in its own house. And it is out of his reach. So typically the sun has to do with a lot of success, happiness, joy, optimism, energy, confidence, he may have had conversations with a woman this way, because here it shows that there's a persistent, stable man. He's very secure, that was friendly and trusting of this woman. This woman here may have painted a very rosy picture, um, made something look very positive in regards to some sort of meeting that they were having. So, and since she knights here to Crossroads, I would venture to say, not just his wife, but also, I don't know if he communicated with the Kraken lawyer. I really don't. But it's like, there's a woman, that he may have trusted, um, that was perhaps extremely optimistic of how things were going to work out. Oh, okay. Eric Hirschman is the former White House attorney who liked to use the F-bomb in his video testimony to the January 6th committee and told Jeffrey Clark he would be committing a felony. Yes, Jeffrey Clark is married to Unha, and they have 5 children. The couple have been married for over 20 years. Well, there's that, but I can't reconcile this to this to this. It just goes this way. And from what I talked about earlier before I got cut up on that meeting, there's going to be a lot of problems in the family because of where House sits and his involvement with the people in the administration and the entire network of people when they were working to manipulate and overthrow, um, the elections. Also, here with the Crossroads, not only his choices and his decisions, but maybe this is in reference to the elections as well. But there's nothing here that says that there's fraud at all. This is good. There's something here that makes it difficult, but then it clears up here with the heart. Yeah, 20 years, it doesn't mean happily married. Yeah. Um, Let me see. He's just really fucking stupid and naive, like inexperienced. Not very smart and crafty either. Child in the House of Fox, that can be in reference to a new job. And because child has to do with naivete and innocence, being very naive and innocent about the job itself, what he was being asked to do without asking questions, even though he was in a room full of people who were trashing him and telling him, yo, you're going to commit a felony. And they're telling Trump, don't do this. You're going to be committing felonies. And he's still sitting there raising his hand, wanting to do what every single person in that room said don't do. He was crying on Fox News Halloween. Crying on Fox News. I cannot believe also, oh my God, when Rosen was speaking, how Jeffrey Clark coached Rosen and said, well, when Trump puts me in office, I'll still let you come and work for me. And Rosen just was like, I'm not fucking working for you. I was like, holy shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. He was crying on Fox News. Because here, if this is the pardons that he was desiring, it came with a big price tag, but he didn't get it. Clark now works as a senior fellow, and well, he's about to be out of a job. This right here is unemployment, my friend. Unemployment. Your job gets taken away, and there's a big, huge problem. The Center for Renewing America. Well, Berta, are you serious? He was crying on Tucker Carlson's show. I know that he went on the Tucker Carlson show, but I didn't know that he was crying. Was he seriously crying? Baby saying, yeah, he was crying over the raid. Ooh, well, Berta saying yes. Oh, okay. So, and then anything Halloween is saying, okay, not literally crying, just whining. Okay, I thought you guys meant that he was like literally crying, like tears running down his face. Well, Berta, do you mean like tears running down his face crying? Like waterworks? Like ugly crying on Fox News? Like that? Is that what you're talking about, well, Berta? He doesn't recognize America anymore. Yeah, jackass. Because y'all helped destroy it. Well, Berta, like, oh, well, Berta's saying yes, that it was waterworks, you guys. Man. Ooh, I have to wait to see if I can find that on the Twitter or on YouTube. Like I told you, man, everybody in that room called him every name book and told him what a jackass, idiot, fucking asshole he was for trying to do it. And he still didn't listen to more competent people in the room and still decided that he was going to go commit crimes for Donald. Now his ass is about to be nailed to a wall. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Oh shit. And wait, I just put it up for you, Becca. Wait, I gotta find it. I just heard about him crying on Tucker Carlson's show. I can't watch that. I get strong urge to show Carl the toilet. Let me see. America's turning into South Africa. I don't see it, Ann Rudd. Like those telenovela programs on Univision were the ones where it looks like they put eye drops on their face because it's like the tears, like they don't fall, they just stay stuck to their face. I remember watching telenovelas when I was little. Tucker was looking at him very quizzically. You know what I'm talking about, right, Carmen? He's being called PJ Clark. God, this guy's got regrets, dude. Hold on, I gotta use the restroom now. Oh my God. I was laughing when they were clowning him, and when they were saying that, shut up and we'll call you if there's an oil spill. Like, oh my God, dude. Everybody in that room piled up on him. Everybody. And I can't. What happened, J-Lo? Jeffrey Clark cries to Tucker Carlson is there. It's there, and I cannot find the strength to watch it. Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna freaking watch it. Hold on. Let me go on to the YouTube. Wait, I gotta be petty, y'all. This is turning into a whole different sideshow, and I haven't even touched the Grand Tableau. So basically, the Grand Tableau, he's fucked. Okay, but hold on. Okay, J-Lo, what did you Google? Jeffrey Clark crying? Oh, hold on. My fingers are too big. Crying. You guys, didn't he also say that he had a medical reason why he was postponing the deposition? Because see, here's Tree, and I'm just running across something here from 6 months ago that he had a genuine medical reason for postponing. See, Jeffrey Clark. Jeffrey Clark has genuine medical reason for postponing the deposition. Well, here's the medical reason and the delay, but it's he's that I don't think that's going to fly again because he has serious legal issues. Wait, what did cries? Okay, Jeffrey Clark. Hold on, Jeffrey Clark cries Tucker Carlson. Okay, you guys. Oh my God. Hold on. I can't. Why can't I find it? Okay, all I can find is the Dollarmore Daily, and it says Tucker Carlson hints at violence. Of January 6th, details are uncovered, but then he ranted to Tucker Carlson. Why can't I find it, J-Lo? And that's what I put in the search. I put Jeffrey Clark cries Tucker Carlson. And I get Jeffrey Clark speaks out. Federal authorities were at the home of Jeffrey Clark. Bombshell emails revealed Trump planned the coup. Former Trump, oh, that was from 6 months ago. See, I don't see him. According to Tucker sources, Adam Kinzinger was caught crying. Oh, but that's 10 months ago. 10 months ago. I can't find him crying. Okay, let me go to the Google machine. Hold on. I got to find this. It just says Jeffrey Clark whines to Tucker. I don't recognize this country. DOJ official Clark was Stoss like. Tucker Carlson amazed Jeff Clark stood outside in underpants. Okay. Okay, let me see. Jeffrey Clark whines to Tucker, I don't recognize my country anymore. Is there a video? Oh, here it is. No.
Unserved is a political instrument. It's completely out of control. Yeah, I think this is highly politicized, and it's also part, Tucker, if you didn't know it, of a nationwide effort yesterday. There were multiple states where multiple were roughly simultaneously, rated for their electronic devices, and that obviously requires a high level of coordination. And look, with the hearing that was pointed at me and targeting me today, with the special audience member of Sean Penn, so this is Hollywood. The very next day, it looks highly coincidental. And Tucker, I just don't believe in coincidences.
So because Sean Penn was there, then this is just something that is orchestrated. See that? Hold on, lucky girl. I'm trying to get that link. That link isn't working for some reason. Says, oops, something went wrong. This guy, oh my God. When I heard the fucking conspiracy theories, besides the Italian satellites that were changing the votes, that was some other lawyer, but Jeffrey Clark was pushing his own conspiracy that the Google thermostats were changing the votes on the machines. The fucking Google thermostat was changing the votes. I can't. I can't. Jewish space lasers that are causing wildfires in California, to Italian satellites that are changing votes, to Google thermostats that are changing votes. Do you guys remember that bamboo ballots that they gave to the chickens and then incinerated the chickens to get rid of the evidence? You guys remember that conspiracy? I can't. This is, that shit's so fucked up. That is so Aspie. Let's see. Yes, Peggy, that's what I was looking for. Hold on, I'm trying to, and I think it opened it up. Thank you so much, Peggy. Yeah. He's a dopey looking motherfucker, dude. He really does look like he's like from central casting for Revenge of the Nerds. There's no way this guy's going to do hard time. No, he wouldn't last a day in a federal prison, this guy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, we got to rake the forest to prevent forest fires. And I don't know what to do about those damn Jewish space lasers. I mean, I guess LA is going to be okay because of all that smog. I don't know if the space lasers can, get through the smog in Los Angeles. Maybe that's, why they're sort of kind of safe. Well, parts of LA. Because out there by the Getty, that shit all caught on fire a few times already. Italian satellites, Jewish space. Oh, yes, I forgot about Hugo Chavez. You guys. Oh my God, that was Sidney Powell. What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh my God. I forgot about Hugo Chavez. I totally forgot about Hugo Chavez. You don't think so, J-Lo, that this guy wouldn't last a day in a federal prison? There's no way he would last a day in federal prison. I can't believe this son of a bitch is Harvard educated too. I mean, that goes to show you guys, don't quit your dreams, because you can be as stupid as this guy and still get a really good education and still be dumb. Oh my God. I forgot about Hugo Chavez. Checking. No Clark claims are lies, but Italian satellites is nice right now. Well, he's going to have serious. This guy is so screwed. Now, whatever's going on with him in the courts. Okay, so here's a health issue. This is also a hospital here. We talked about something chronic in his health way earlier, about 2 hours ago on this freaking stream. But there's big problems growing for him in the court as well. Like big. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it grows and grows and metastasizes. Peggy, when I was watching on Autumn's channel, and when they said that, I was like, no, wait, that's a fucking joke, right? Like, that's a fucking joke, right? And I didn't catch it until way later in the evening when I was watching all the replays and the commentary. The panel with Rachel Maddow and Ari Melber, Nicole Wallace, like that panel. They called the Italian fucking government to ask about the goddamn satellites, you guys. Oh my God. They called the Italian government about the fucking satellites. He had people in his administration calling foreign governments, chasing down online conspiracy theories, you guys. I can't. I mean, oh my God. Well, Berta. Like when Kissinger was talking about that, I was like, you're fucking joking, right? Like, you can't be that goddamn stupid. And then they showed the clip of the guy, the secretary of whatever the hell that was on the phone, that phone call. He's like, get me the Italian attaché or whatever it's called, because I'm hearing all this shit all over the place about these satellites and blah, blah. I was like, I cannot believe they did that. Oh my God. And if that wasn't enough, this guy really thought that the thermostats were changing the votes. So now you have the Italian space lasers and the Google thermostats changing the votes. Oh, and the Chinese bamboo ballots too, that they fed to the chickens and then incinerated the chickens to get rid of the evidence. Mm-hmm. Hey, Patricia. Who did they call about Hugo Chavez then? He's dead. Well, that was Sidney Powell. That was the Kraken lawyer that was talking about Hugo Chavez, right? Or was that Rudy Giuliani? No, I could have sworn it was Sidney Powell. Well, I mean, that's a theory, lucky girl, that he's being reanimated because they're still waiting for JFK and JFK Jr. to come back and declare Donald Trump the president, even though, you know, they're Democrats and Donald Trump is a Republican. So to have to have a former dead president that would be over 100 something years old right now and his dead son come back from the dead to reinstate a political opponent into office just seems a bit far stretched, but semantics. So Mm-mm. Oh my God. Okay. What do you guys want me to look at here? I'm about to get off because I think Johnny's going live, and I'll try to. I'm sorry that I took this whole thing sideways and I haven't even looked at this. Sidetracked with a phone call, and then I went on the crazy train spree making fun of Jeffrey Clark, and I can't concentrate. But I'm gonna come on later on again tonight after Johnny and Adrian, everybody's done. Take Harvard off the Ivy League school status over the one fucking idiot that thinks the thermostats were changing the phone. Oh, and then DOJ also got some of the fake electors in Nevada. I saw that on Twitter the other day, and Arizona and some other fake electors in Michigan. So it looks like DOJ is doing the whole, I forget what state it was. I think it might have been Michigan, where there's like quite a few of them that are about to go before that got grand jury subpoenas. Oh, and here's the alternate ballots here, the alternate certificates here. Multiple certificates that are alternates that are the key to success. This way. And then sacrificing this dumbass for the plan or the roadmap that they had with the network of people. What a maroon. Ay, what a maroon. You got played, dumbass. You got played. PJ Clark. Oh my God. Even North Korea is laughing at us. Jesus. I mean, Trump did say he loves the uneducated. Because you got to be real fucking special to believe half the shit that these sons of bitches. If you believe that JFK is not dead and his son is not dead and they're coming back to reinstate Donald Trump, and you went there to the grassy knoll to wait on him 3 times already, okay? Regardless of the guy never showing up. Do you guys remember the first time the Quackanoners went to the grassy knoll waiting for JFK to come back? with JFK Jr. And when JFK didn't come back because, you know, he's dead, kind of sort of can't come back. So then they all went to the Rolling Stones concert because somebody else was saying that um, JFK was really what's the guy's name from the guitar player? They were saying that was him in disguise. So they all went to the Rolling Stones concert. Do you guys remember that? No, Fonda. No, the conspiracy was that the ballots had Chinese bamboo because the Chinese were helping the Democrats steal the elections. But so in order for the Democrats to get rid of the evidence, they fed the bamboo ballots to the chickens, and then they incinerated the chickens to get rid of the evidence. That's the conspiracy, but because it's a conspiracy, it doesn't need to make sense. Kind of like JFK being dead doesn't need to make sense. This is just so fucking... Wait, Peggy, what was the embassy? What was the embassy? What was... I can't with these morons, dude. You can't take the lunacy anymore. Oh my God. Well, Cecile, you couldn't flush him down the toilet because Trump was eating all the classified documents and ripping them out and shoving them in the toilets. That's why he had to keep flushing the toilets 15 or 20 times. Remember that? That fiasco? There's a fucking joke for everything with these guys. Oh, the American embassy in Italy. Oh my God. Yeah, he ate his papers and flushed them down the freaking toilet. All the classified stuff. T-Bird. I don't know. I don't know, man. What conspiracy do you guys think is the worst? Chicken, the bamboo ballot eating chickens that got incinerated, the Italian satellites, the Google thermostats changing results, or JFK coming back from the dead? No, not Jackie O. Jackie O. Only JFK and JFK Jr. They forgot about Jackie. Oh my God, Johnny. Biden and Trump switching faces. I forgot about that. Oh my God, I fucking forgot about that, Johnny. I forgot about that conspiracy. The conspiracy that Biden was really Donald Trump because they switched faces. Do you guys remember that? And it's like, wait, you can't take a 500-pound man and, you know, change his face to a guy that's actually fit and within his healthy weight. So it's not just like changing faces, it's like changing the body. I forgot about that fucking lunacy. Oh my God, the face off. Oh Lord. They found a couple of fraudulent, it's not 200,000 worth, but they were Trump voters and everyone. Absolutely. T-Bird, that was really a thing. That was really a thing at the beginning when Trump lost the election way before the insurrection. As a coping mechanism, some of the Quackanoners conspiracy turned into, well, Trump is really Biden because they switched faces. Like, you can't. Oh my God. Next time the Republicans try to tell me this is the greatest country on the planet, I'm gonna say, then why is half of your fucking constituency dumber than a bag of rocks. There ain't nothing great about that. I mean, fuck, these sons of bitches try to get the entire nation killed because they refused to wear masks. And then the other part of the idiots that didn't believe that the pandemic was real were drinking bleach, eating piss, and eating arsenic dirt. So don't tell me about how great we are. These people are dumb trying to get us all killed. I can't. Johnny, what time are you going live? Because I went off the rails. I went completely off the fucking rails. Of a headless chicken, Aspie. Aspie, you're too generous. Aspie says 30% of the U.S. population has the intelligence of a headless chicken. 7:30. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get off here because I need to get my shit together because I can't even look at this and concentrate. I'm over on the Jeffrey Clark jokes. I can't. We're just gonna have to. Johnny, are you guys on Adrian's channel or Sienna's channel tonight? Okay, so Johnny's gonna be on Adrian's channel here in a little bit more than an hour, I think. I'm gonna go stare at this and try to calm my ass down so I can actually decipher what I'm looking at without thinking Italian satellites and thermostats and all that other shit. I'm so sorry. This whole thing went sideways. Oh, Lord. I can't. Johnny was saying that they're going to be on Adrian's channel tonight, Robin. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to try to come back on later on tonight because I really need to do this, but I need to concentrate and not laugh. Sorry. The shittiest grand tableau I've ever done in my life, besides the other shitty grand tableaus that I've done that I screwed up. Because I couldn't stop laughing at Jeffrey Clark's stupid ass. He's right here. Bam. He's going to get some heat, get burnt with the sun in its own house. He's going to get burnt in your culo for being a punk. All right. Yeah, I guess you guys don't follow the internet like I do. Says the guy that got fucking banned off every social media platform on the face of the planet, so he had to go make his own, and it's a complete and utter failure. But okay. Just can't. I just can't. Oh, Peggy. All right, I'm going to shut my mouth now. I'm going to shut my mouth and I'm going to go. And I promise I'm going to stare at this and try to figure it out. Okay, bye-bye. Soon. See you at Adrian's. And then see you later. Back over here. Bye.